There is some talk coming from Square Enix regarding Final Fantasy 15, and it may be coming to the Nintendo Switch. But hold your horses, because this was a bit confusing when I heard about this. Also, incidentally, we're getting an iOS and Android version of the game, which is going to have chibi character models, and basically just like a chibi art style to it. And it will be the same story, just told probably in a more compact form for phones. Yeah, I know they're milking it. I know that. I've accepted that. I said, okay, that's one news story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Completely unrelated to the talk of Square Enix putting this Final Fantasy 15 on the Switch. But no. It's not like they would, rework the game and try to get it to run on the Switch as close to the other home consoles as possible. No, they wouldn't do that. The version of Final Fantasy 15 which would come to the Switch, if it does, would be the mobile version of the game. Just why bother at that point? Why get that version? You want to play it on a home console? Chances are you own an Xbox One or a PS4, in which case you could play a far superior version of the game. Or you could play the mobile version of the game, or you could play, well, I want to play it on the go. Great. Get the Android or iOS version of the game. Why do that at that point?
People have certain tastes. Some people like chibi style anime and video games, and you have your opinions, I have mine.
And this isn't set in stone either.
Right.
They said that they have been talking about it. And you know how Square Enix development cycles go, right? Like, talking about it is basically 500 steps away from...
When the Twitch is about to die. Hey, remember Final Fantasy 15? Chibi version.
Yeah.
And then the Twitch will just be like...
And then they're like, we need to make a better game for the Switch.
Final Fantasy 15 Part 3.
Before...
Part 2, we decided to get rid of the whole concept. Part 3, we're just going to skip ahead.
You're completely out of frame right now.
Is my arm in the way?
Your arm is in frame, yes. Alright. But yeah. Just don't... If this is the version of 15 that you want to put on the Switch, just don't. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get the Android version. By the way, if you look into getting any Square Enix published games for Android or iOS, they are vastly overpriced. We're talking, you're going to pay $15 for one Final Fantasy. It's like, really? I can get a bunch of the Final Fantasies on Game Boy Advance for a couple bucks.
I think I accidentally bought Final Fantasy 2 for like $3.
You weren't even trying and you bought it for $3.
I think I had like an RPG game on my phone, and then I deleted it for some reason, and then I wanted it back, and then I was like, oh, that looks like the one I had, and then I clicked download. What I didn't see was it was the price, and I was like, oh, okay. And then a few days later, I looked at my bank account. I was like, it's not a large amount of money, but where did that go?
Yeah.
And then I later found out that the game was like $2.99 or $3.99. They're
normally just too expensive for a mobile game. Way more than Super Mario Run. I just if this is your idea of putting this game on the Switch, just don't. Just don't.